In the last video, we talked about the two-talent believers, or that middle socioeconomic group, and I shared a testimony of a couple I've worked with who I think illustrates well what it means to be a good steward as a two-talent believer. Today, I want to talk about the five-talent believer, the upper socioeconomic group. Now, maybe you identify with that group. Maybe you have a significant amount of income and assets, and you see yourself as that person. One way you can tell about that group is that they already have wealth, and their goal is to figure out how to protect and preserve it for their future and the future generations. Not just for family, but also for the Lord's work in many ways. That's part of Christian stewardship. And as I think about different couples who I've worked with in the past, David and Abby come to mind as a couple who seem to have as good of a grasp of that concept as any. They have a big, beautiful house. They have a lot of wealth. They have a lifestyle that many people admire. But most of all, they seek to serve the Lord. Because if you talk to anybody who knows David and Abby, they will talk about how they invite missionaries into their house. They'll talk about how they've seen this couple have parties where they invite the whole church over to their house. They have groups come in for Bible study. They see their house not as a memorial to their success, but as a great place to serve the Lord with many Christian families around them. They work very carefully to be the best steward of everything they can be. They seek to manage every dollar wisely, but yet they love the Lord and see money as just a tool, not the other way around. And they really inspire me to try to do better myself as I watch how they manage the wealth they have, as they protect and preserve it for the future generations and for the Lord's work in many ways. I'm impressed, and I would like to think that people will have that kind of testimony about me. That brings me to you. If you perceive yourself as that five-talent believer, that upper socioeconomic person, do you have that kind of testimony? If people were in a court of law, would they testify as to how well you handle God's resources and how well you honor the Lord in each and every step that you do that way? I hope so. But if not, you know what? Our God's a God of second chances. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. You can start making some choices that bring about a better solution for you and probably can help in many ways to protect and preserve that wealth for family and for the Lord's work in some awesome ways. So hopefully right now you're going to say to yourself, I am a five-talent steward and I'm doing it in a way that I believe honors God. But if not, in one of our future videos, we're going to talk about some ways to help you do just that.